Hello, folks. We are back. So, the motor for the drill press. I decided. Let me see if I can get that camera straight. To go ahead and put a slightly larger pulley on there, and we're going to go ahead, since I am not able to get a pulley that fits this right, we're going to go ahead and see if we can cut down the shaft. So I bought a 5/8. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, it's a 5/8, and we're going to see if we can cut this down to 5/8. So I've got it up here, mounted up in the vise where we can make the motor spin it, and we're going to see if we can't cut that down a little bit. So let's get that going. A little bit more to go. All right, we got that on there. I think it turned out pretty good. It's a lot better than the other one. And it's not 100% perfect, but I don't see a problem with it. I think it'll be fine. Oh, the other day, I was wondering what this little piece here was. And so I Googled one of these and didn't have really much luck. I did find one, but nothing that really explained, all the different parts and whatnot and what they're there for. But I did figure out what this is. And so that little piece goes right through there, and it actually rides in between two of these grooves on the pulley. And the reason they got that, now it doesn't rub, but the reason they got that on there is so that when you pull down to drill, when you go to let up, that pulley right there wants to go up. And so this just sits right in between like that, so that whenever you go up, it keeps the pulley back down is what it does. Okay, so it just stabilizes. It's got a little bit of a brake pad on there. Maybe that's some kind of rubber. And you can see where it's been over the years, it's been wearing on it. But anyway, so that'll go right in there. Oh, and y'all probably noticed I do have the lever working on it. That little piece that was all bent up, I got in here and straightened it up and hammered it out. I haven't done anything other than that to it. And it's in really bad shape, but you see that it is working. So I think we may just go ahead and get this thing all together and let's see how it works. And before we just start building another part, may not need to. And if we do, we will. Yeah, there we go. Much better. All right, let's see what this thing does. Now, I don't have the belt tight and it's not level because I don't have it on the big pulley in the bottom over here like we had talked about. Because I put a larger pulley down here. This belt that I knew I would probably go get another one later anyway is loose. So, but I'm thinking I want to go ahead and shorten these and bring the motor in a little bit tighter, and then trim that off. There's still a lot of things to do. I mean, right now we're kind of at the experimenting stage is where we're at. So let's see what it does. All right. We've got to figure out what we're going to do with all these electronics. And so what I'm thinking is I got a metal box here. I think they call this a disconnect for like an AC unit. And I just something I had laying around. Anyway, I think that'd be good. It's got a, you can lock it and, run the power in. And I don't know that I'd want to mount that on the drill. Maybe it'd just lay on the bench or under the bench. Maybe mount it on the wall. I don't know. But we got to put these, we got to put all this in something. And I didn't want to put, a great big box. I had one littler, but I didn't think it would be enough room. But anyway, obviously we could run the cord right through there and make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Move y'all over just a little bit there. So yeah, run the power right through there, and then the board could mount right in there. I was hoping I could get the transformer in there, but I don't know. And then these electrical wires are what's going to come out, and actually I'll probably build some way to mount that onto the drill inside of a, some type of a little case to keep, metal shavings and dust and everything out of it, and mount it around over here on this other side. So That'll come later. But what to do with this? I don't know. I know if you run these things a lot, they generate a lot of heat. I don't know if that one would or not. It would fit. So I'm thinking maybe if we cut part of this aluminum off. Now this aluminum does have to be on there. You know, it's mounted to the circuit board right there with those 3 bolts, but I think we could cut what we don't need of it off, and I don't think that would hurt this circuit board at all, and that would shorten it up, I think, enough that both of these units will fit in this one box. I do believe. That'd go there. And then, yeah, we can make that fit. So, we've got to cut both ends of this off to get that in there. All right, I'm gonna figure out what I got to do on that, and then we'll be back. All right, well, I'm having a few second thoughts here. I don't think I do want to cut that because that's the only way I got to bolt this thing down in the box so it doesn't get shorted out. So I think I want to go with this being mounted in the box, and maybe mount the coil or the transformer right here, maybe build some kind of little cover for it. And so maybe just leave the motor where it is. And of course we still got to build the rest of the mount here so that this is not vibrating so bad. And anyway, I think it's coming along okay. Oh, I just wanted to tell y'all another reason that I wanted this little drill. I've got 2 drill presses, and that big one is not able to run and operate these small drill bits. Now, when I'm talking about small drill bits, I don't know if y'all can see that drill bit or not, but that is a small bit. Let's see if y'all can see this. Yeah, you can see that. I mean, that is a small bit. I don't even know what the measurement of that drill bit is. It's so little. And I've got a lot of those down here in the drawer. Okay, of various very small drill bits here. And so what I normally do, now I've got this drill chuck that is made, okay, it's made where I can put it in the big drill out there, and then I put the small bits in this. Okay, and usually my more tedious little projects I do in here. Okay, and the larger projects I do out there. So pretty much I want to have a workbench in here set up to do smaller stuff. So this little drill press, I think, would be ideal for these small bits. And then I would, you know, don't need this because that will take small bits. I put one of them in there. This is one of the larger ones, but I did in fact put that little one in this drill chuck, and it fits, tightens up, and no problems at all. So anyway, let's see, we want to get, I think we need to get the motor mount finished. We need to get this little cover finished. And of course, we'll get this box hole set up. I'll get all these wires here, you know, we'll get all these bundled up, and I don't know, maybe run through a piece of flexible conduit, you know, get them where they look good, and they'll run down into this box. And but at some point, I think we'll go ahead and start getting this thing tore down once we get this done. We get this thing tore down, get it all cleaned up, and see what we're going to repaint, what we're not. Like I was saying the other night, we're going to take all this rusty parts. We're going to take all the way down to bare metal, and they'll probably stay that way with just a light coat of oil on them. And I think maybe this had a knob on it, and the knobs are gone, is what I'm thinking. I seen one. I looked up, and it had a round black knobs on there, so maybe we can build some of those. Maybe build them out of some large ball bearings. I used to have a bunch floating around here somewhere. I think that would look good on there. Anyway, hey, y'all leave me a comment or a text or, something. And let me know what you think. If you got any good ideas on this project, man, I'm all ears. I never claimed to know how to do the best, how to do everything the best. And I'm just an old country boy trying to make it. That's all. I looked at a new bench drill press at Lowe's today. They had one in there, and it was some cheap knockoff brand, and it was already falling apart. It was displayed. It was already falling apart. I know y'all have seen this too. And it was $179. And so right now we got like $30 or $40 in this. And and it may not work out. There's just no way of knowing, but we'll see. Now we'll ground out this this green wire here in the box, okay? And then we'll run another one that goes with these two wires that go up here for the motor and the transformer. So we'll have 3 wires that'll go from this to that, and then that way everything is grounded. But anyway, this is working out really good. See if I can remember where everything goes. Let's see, now the red one goes over there. And I've got it marked. Where would I write that at? Power in is for, let's see. Yeah. So that black one goes there. And the white one goes there. Oh, and so far I've gotten a whole, well, both the wires so far just go through right there. And I think there's probably going to be enough room to get one more through there to come, out of this to go up to the motor. And I think it'll be pretty neat. Oh, by the way, somebody wanted to know what all the filing cabinets were. What I used them for. And I tell you, I found that these things, guys, any of y'all just starting out, you can get these things for $5 or $10 at yard sales and junk sales. I get all of them I can get. This one box here is what I keep all my PVC stuff in, It's full. And let's see, this box, I've got various bolts. Whenever I need a bolt, old bolts, new bolts, whatever. It's just a jumble of stuff in there. It's mostly bolts in this drawer. And that one's got a lot of washers and nuts and whatnot, and various different kinds of anchors and whatnot. And then these 2 drawers down here are electrical stuff. I keep all kinds of electrical stuff, for if I'm building or working on something. I just accumulate over the years. Let's see, then there's some newer type of hardware Over here, let's see, in another drawer, you know, bolts and the hardware and stuff. And various different things I use for building, you know. This drawer's just got, like, I keep every little spring I get. And because you never know when you're going to need one. We're going to need one on that drill press that we're working on. So, you know, pieces of rubber that came off different kinds of things. Old treadmill parts, which I use those things all the time. You know, just more odd-in, you know, door hinges and whatnot. And let's see, what do we got up here? Yeah, different kinds of chemicals and whatnot. Those little things that we use in the pulleys and whatnot, you know, to mount them. I forget what they call those things, but I got a assortment of those, and roll, you know, the roll pins. Different kinds of sprays and whatnot. You know, spray paints. You know, more hardware and oil and whatnot. And there's this drawer. I need to straighten it out. It's becoming catch-all. Let's see, and this one too. It's kind of a catch-all. Yeah, let's see. There's, you know, for oil and whatnot. And I got there we go. I got the floor dry down in the bottom drawer down there. That way any leaks, the floor dry down there will just soak it right up. But anyway, that's what's in the filing cabinets. So I found us a good set of wires that's got 3 wires in it. You got your black, your green, and your white, which is what this wire here has got. So I think that'll work out pretty good. It's a little bit smaller of a gauge of wire, so I will have to keep an eye on it. If need be later on, I'll change it out. But I think it's probably going to be heavy enough without having to go, you know, and buy something. So, anyways. All right, folks. We're going to get going here. She done came out and said it's dinner time. I got to go. We'll see y'all later.